Atlanta.
This year, our theme is called Circle of Influence, and we're honoring men of empowerment and distinction. The Circle of Influence concept really emanates from the fact that Urban League likes to work with people from a holistic standpoint. The circle represents unity, it represents support, and it represents the fact that at the Urban League, we wrap our arms around everyone that we serve. The qualities that make a man of empowerment and distinction are men that believe in their communities and leveraging their skills, talents, resources, and treasure to support others to lift their lives to higher heights. Doug Amar is a jewel in our community. Doug's organization, the Georgia Justice Project, has been a champion of criminal justice reform throughout the state.
We've been around for 32 years, and our commitment is to do justice for poor people who've been accused of a crime. We do three things at our organization. The first thing we do is we represent people free of charge on criminal matters in Fulton and DeKalb County. But what makes us different is we follow our folks long-term into the prison system and afterwards. The second thing we do is we help people overcome the impact of a criminal record. Every year, we represent about 500 to 600 people all around Georgia, helping them get back on their feet, helping them remove something on their record that's often stopping them from getting a job or housing. And the last thing we do is around policy and education. And for the last 8 years, we've been able to change 19 different laws in Georgia, making it easier for folks who've been arrested or convicted to get back on their feet.
One of his biggest accomplishments is getting legislation passed to ban the box. The state of Georgia is one of the few states in the South that has banned the box that asks the question, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
So we've been pleased to partner with the Urban League for a number of years. The most important aspect of our partnership over the last few years has been a partnership where we've brought a number of stakeholders together to help identify the barriers to reentry, particularly around employment.
Over the next 3 years, we will continue our partnership with the Georgia Justice Project. Urban League was awarded just a few months ago $1.5 million to continue our adult reentry work by the U.S. Department of Labor. And so our partnership will focus on continuing to reduce recidivism in our communities by opening the economic doors of opportunity.
And we hope that all of us find ways to show up together to make a difference in our community, to empower those who want to make a difference, folks who want to move forward, but they need your help.
The Urban League is honoring Mark Dent and the Turner Construction Company for their partnership with our Entrepreneurship Center. They have a state-of-the-art construction management training program that targets minority business owners.
We established Turner down here in 1976. We are a full-service construction manager specializing in commercial, hospitality, sports, healthcare, anything in between as related to construction. My early days of getting involved in the Urban League dates back to the late 80s in Cleveland. A gentleman named Hilton Smith, who has since retired from Turner, was one of the original founding members of the Turner School of Construction Management.
Turner Construction has created their own curriculum. They provide their internal experts to lead each class, and it opens up doors of opportunity for contracting with Turner Construction Company.
So we're not just building capacity, but we're also taking it to a meaningful relationship where they can expand above and beyond what they could ever imagine. And part of our responsibility, along with the Urban League, certainly is to make sure that the capacity building grows, it continues, and we create examples of how this succeeds and make sure that we give people opportunities.
We are excited about extending our partnership with Turner Construction into the future. With the recent approval of the City of Atlanta Gulch Project, $2 billion of contracting opportunities. Our partnership will help prepare firms to increase their capacity to take full advantage of those opportunities, as well as the many other economic development projects that are on the horizon for our region.
Between Turner and the Urban League, anything's possible, and we thank you very much for this opportunity, and we look forward to continuing our partnership for many years.
Dallas Austin has been an awesome partner of the Urban League this year. Through his foundation, Urban League partnered for his Bring the Love Back campaign. It's nonviolent ways to encourage young people on the West Side to solve their issues in a peaceful way.
Looking into our communities is really important that we have education, and it's really important that we have an outlet for the arts. And that's why I teamed up with the Urban League to make sure that we keep all of that alive and keep it flavorful. You know, luckily enough, I made it as a record producer and became successful. And I would look back into the neighborhoods and the streets, and I would see that so many kids had a story to tell, and they were going out selling drugs to buy the beat machines to actually make rap records and make songs to tell their stories. And when I started seeing that in the streets, I started saying, well, why don't I take out the dangerous part, and why don't I put it into the schools? And we've been very, very successful in sending kids to college and getting kids out of the streets.
He is responsible for linking us with the Georgia State University Creative Media Industries Institute. Our students had the opportunity to personally connect and meet and get to know Dallas Austin and all about his incredible journey through his entertainment and television career.
My future of Atlanta is to continue the growth process, to make the opportunities available to the kids. You know, it started with us doing music, and then it went up to me passing the film bill before I did Drumline and ATL, which has everybody filming in Atlanta like it's Hollywood now. And that's just called growth. And I'm going to continue to do that, continue to grow and continue to make opportunities for other people.
The Urban League is proud to recognize Rob Hardy tonight because of his extensive experience and outstanding career in the film and television industry.
We did some projects like in the movie world, things like Stomp the Yard and The Gospel, that I think were, while they were entertaining, were still kind of had more of a community-based theme to them. In the TV world, we did a show called The Quad. I currently have a series on the CW called All American that is based in South Central Los Angeles. And in all of those shows, we have employed our people in all those shows. As a historically black college grad, I went to FAMU, the Florida A&M University. We've always made it our mission to bring back other students from historically black colleges. We've always made it our mission to try and get young people from the community, wherever we're filming, Atlanta or South Central Los Angeles, and bring them on our sets and talk to them and show them that this world is for them.
Rob is also one of the co-founders of Bounce TV and has a passion for teaching people in the community about economics and economic mobility.
Outside of giving money back to a lot of philanthropic organizations that look out for our people, I have a group of directors that we meet with in Hollywood, and we have the different diversity departments from ABC, HBO, and NBC Universal that come together that allow television directors of color to mentor young aspiring directors.
The Urban League salutes Rob Hardy for all of his outstanding work to open up doors of opportunity for others.
I want to thank the Urban League of Greater Atlanta for this amazing honor. It means a lot to me because the Urban League has been a pillar in our community for years, as far as fighting for justice, as far as providing opportunity for people, and just as a young guy growing up and hearing the stories about, you know, all the things that the Urban League has done, it is amazing to be recognized by such an esteemed place.
Urban League of Greater Atlanta.